all of them, this was the call they got because I knew them all very well. My buddy Kevin just challenged me to drop 10 pounds this Project 10 challenge. I accepted, now I'm challenging you. That's what I said to everyone I knew really well. Now, outside of that, and people that I meet now, I don't say something that direct. But I'll say this. Corey, let me ask you a question. Guys, I will take this jacket off and run right through that wall right there. Guys, listen. There is power in being patient. Or let me say this. There is power in appearing patient. Okay? You have to have massive urgency, but you need to appear patient. Jim Rohn said this, the greater the need, some of us need to make some money, don't we? Real talk, like right away. The greater the need, the greater the skill. If you need to make some money fast, then you got to get good real fast. Because people don't want to feel like you need them. Does that make sense? So when you're talking with people, don't rush it. It's, hey Corey, let me ask you a question. Pause. Do you like challenges? That's something I say all the time. Here's another one. Right? That's what I say to all the guys. Do you like challenges? You know what I say to all the ladies? Let me ask you a question. Pause. Have you been challenged yet? That's all I say, guys. Do you like challenges? Have you been challenged yet? No. What are you talking about? Listen, a group of us this year in Atlanta are challenging 1,000 people to drop 10 pounds so that 30,000 meals can be donated to kids. I'm challenging you. Do you accept my challenge? They've got to ask me a question which is going to be sort of what? What's the challenge? As Kevin said, you've got to have some place to send them. You can't save that, right? And then when they ask you what's the challenge, what cannot be your response? Thank you. Like you did it perfect, and then they ask you the right question, and you're like, oh. And you wonder why this isn't working for me. Guys, at some point we got to become a professional. We've got to practice, right? Turn off the radio in the car. You know, I know y'all know how to do all the dances, all right? Do the challenge dance, right? Practice this stuff all the time. Think about if I ran into someone that was a personal trainer, what would I say? Right? If I ran into someone who needed to lose weight, if I ran into a single mom, if I think about this stuff, become a professional. Guys, do you realize how much money you can make? Do you realize everybody that joins the challenge already wanted to lose weight before you challenged them? I'm not saying anything about another company, but when you ask someone to switch their phone service, were they thinking about through the course of the day, I want a new phone provider? No. But when you challenge someone to drop 10 pounds with you, listen, every woman in here, this is what y'all did. Y'all lucky I don't have a cigarette. This is what every woman did today when she got dressed. All right? She in front of the mirror. She looked at it this way. And then she looked at it that way, right? Every single, how's my hair look? How's my body look? The front, the back. You know, I see y'all taking pictures, right? I see how y'all take pictures. So I'm saying that to say, guys, this is something that everyone is already thinking about. Well, what about the guys that don't need to lose any weight? They worse. They flexing in the mirror, right? They're already going to the gym to get a result. It's just about your messaging. So, do you like challenges? Have you been challenged yet? No. A group of us are challenging 1,000 people this year to drop 10 pounds so that 30,000 meals can be donated to kids. I'm challenging you. Do you accept my challenge? What's the challenge? Me personally, I did not go into all of that, right? Why am I telling you that? There's not one way to do it, okay? There's people, you can be you doing this, but there has to be steps, right? If I'm in front of someone, now, guys, I'm going to tell you, this is being coachable. I was the #1 enroller in the company when we used to go out and say, have you heard of the project, have you heard of the 90-day challenge? The company switched it to the Project 10 challenge, and instead of, have you heard of the 90-day challenge, we now go out and challenge people. Because challenging people is easier than recruiting people. Amen? Amen. Okay. Now I want to call call last night with Kevin, and Kevin says, guys, you got to have something to give, and you got to have something to give. Because people want to know what this tastes like. And he said something, I don't know if he understood how powerful it was. We used to give out samples, and Benji will say this, we used to give out samples of the shake to people, right? But we don't know when they get home if they're going to make that shake. Does that make sense? Yeah. But with that cereal, is that cereal good dry? You can literally give it to someone and say, hold on, we ain't leaving here. Open that thing up, Corey, open your hand out. Put some in Corey's hand, pour some in your hand, and say, try this. He's going to be like, wow, that's good. So when he was explaining that, I said, you know what? I've got to start incorporating that because everyone can do that. See, everyone's not going to sound like me right away. Everyone's not going to have the charisma as Kevin right away. But everyone can let someone taste some cereal. And if you let them taste cereal, they'll be open to get more information. From there, guys, you have got to do three-way calls. The number one mistake that I watch new people make is not doing three-way calls. It is the number one mistake. If you ever look at fast-growing teams, right, or pockets of people growing really fast, there are three-way calls happening all the time. I'm going to give you a quick story and then I'm done. Okay? Go on. Okay, your guess, great question. Matter of fact, we're gonna do an example of that. That is a great question right there. You, your guest, and someone else. Okay? So, right, someone else. You're gonna edify someone else. And I know we're giving you a little bit more, but that's because we have Kevin here, right? It's designed that way. Because here's wherever you are in your business, just make this the moment where I went to a challenge party at Pat's house. Mr. Merriweather was there, and I made a decision to make a switch, and from that, this is what happened. Does that make sense? Because the people that are not here are not going to be at home watching whatever NBA game is on, the Hawks playing right now, and jump up and say, you know what, I'm ready to build my vibe business. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. But you know where all those commitments happen? In that environment. Mm-hmm. We commit to our faith in the environment, right? We commit to everything in the environment. Where you're going to make, someone's going to make a commitment today to go pro, to make a change, to go out and kill their business. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to say, Jefferson, it's me. You don't have to tell me. I'll look at the report. I'll see it. I'll be like, wow, man, I bet you they made that change at that party. So guys, when you go out, I want you to think of this beautiful home that we're in, okay? And so when Pat bought this home, right, he had a realtor, he had a mortgage company, he had a bank, he had an attorney, someone did a home inspection, someone turned on the lights, someone turned on the water, someone turned on the cable, someone turned on the heat, the gas, right? Were any of those people the same people? No. So why are you trying to be everything to the people you challenge? You're trying to go from the realtor all the way to the person turning on the lights. Now, how come we don't need 13, 14 people involved to get them to get started with us? It's an interactive answer. Why don't we? But here's
it's not a couple $100,000 home.
It's not $400,000 home. Okay, it's not a $500,000 home. It's $500. All right. So you don't need as many people. If it costs $500,000 to get involved, there would be 14 people involved in the decision making. You understand what I mean? It's $500, but it still can't just be you. Well, Kevin did it all. No, he didn't. Kevin gave a brochure out. Kevin gave Crunch out. There was a break. Kevin didn't try to get the guy. Kevin said, let's just exchange information. I'll follow with you later. You got to try the product. Does that make sense right there? We can't be everything in this process. So some people say, well, Jefferson, that's going to take longer. No, it's not. It actually happens faster. The thing is, you just have to talk to more people. See, you might spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour talking to one person. I'm going to call 20 people in that same hour. Your one person might join faster than my 20. But guys, listen, think about the numbers, right? Would you rather go 5 for 5 or 20 out of 100? 20 out of 100. People don't understand the amount of no's I get. People don't understand, because, and here's the thing, I'm not worried about the yes or no. You know what I'm worried about? Two things. The decision and keeping the relationship. A lot of these people that are coming in now have been challenged a long time ago. Does that make sense? I've just kept them in the funnel, kept a relationship, kept posting on Facebook, kept celebrating other people's success, and then their time happens. Does that make sense? But if you think you can go out and challenge 5 people in a week and you're going to get one of these chicks, right? It'll never happen. It'll never happen. You're not going to get a car. Nothing. It's not going to happen. They asked Pat in Louisville, Kentucky. He had hit regional 11 days, and someone said, Pat, how many people have you challenged so far? And what was your answer, Pat?
Everybody.
Everyone. All of them. I don't know. I have no idea. Everybody. I challenged everybody. All the time. Why? Powers and numbers. But why would he challenge everyone?
Because you never know who's the next Jefferson Green.
All right. No, why would Pat challenge everyone? Huh? See, here's the thing. Only Pat knows why he would challenge everyone. Only you're going to know why you would challenge everyone. For me, it's my 2 boys, Julian and Jordan, 10 and 12 years old. Guys, I was not as confident as I was when I got started. I remember looking at my list of names and prejudging people and scared to call them. And I literally had to take a picture of my 2 boys. I had to put the name on a whiteboard, and I took a picture of my 2 boys and put them right next to the name and said, don't call them now. I said, don't call them now. And you know what I called them? And it was no big deal. Some of them got in, and some of them didn't. But I've always been connected to my reason why. I don't go around talking about money, and you know why? Because Kevin does it. Right? You know why I took off my jacket? Because he took his off. Y'all are like, guys, listen,
real talk.
The fastest way to get to where you want to be is to model someone who's there.
Amen.
Right? I used to watch how Kevin talked, and I started talking like him, and now I talk better than him. I used to be so serious when I got started in this, guys. I remember I used to lighten up. Kevin, when I picked you up at the airport the first time you came up to do a challenge party, how was I dressed?
Hard shoes, slacks, and triple sharp, kind of like
And Kevin said, you going home to change before the party? Because that was dressed down for me, because every day I was in a suit and tie. What I'm saying is, a lot of you all are seeing the end result. Does that make sense? It wasn't like this 32 months ago. What was there was desire. What was there was I was coachable, right? I needed this to work. And I realized that I was going to be a professional at it. I celebrated everyone's success that was going faster than me, that wasn't on my team, right? I protected the team culture. Does that make sense? I believed in Kevin. I really did. I leaned on his belief. I'm telling you, why am I telling you all this, guys? It's not about challenging. It's about posture. Kevin and I have complete different styles. Pat and I have complete different styles. But we all have posture. Does that make sense? I heard Ace say it. You know what? I just believe, he looked at Pat and he said, I just believe in this guy. So some of you are going to have to work on yourself for people to believe in you. Right? The good thing is, you might be 25. I'm old enough to be her dad. Like, really?
I'm old enough to be your mom.
You're old enough to be my mom, right? You know, and Pat's mom is here. I mean, you know, so guys, this isn't a get rich quick, but you can make a whole lot of money in the process. I'm gonna close with this. I was doing my other company for 10 years before I saw this. working as hard as a human being could work. I've only been doing this 2.5 years. Kevin's been only doing this 4 years. Most of you, whatever you do now for a living, have been doing it much longer than we've been doing this. Does that make sense? That's how big this is if you learn how to do it. That you can literally you can compress 40 years of work into 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, but you don't have to be a professional. Kevin's made $2 million doing this. You don't make $2 million doing anything without being a professional, especially in 4 years. So this is the mindset I had when I got started. I'm gonna follow that guy, and I'm gonna make $2,000 a month. How long? I want you to think. How long did I give myself to make $2,000 a month?
Whatever it took.
No, I had a time. 1 year. I said I'm gonna follow him for 1 year to make $2,000 a month. And I don't know if Kevin knows the next thing I'm gonna say. 1 year to follow him, $2,000 a month. Some of you have been in 70 days and you're questioning it. 5 months and you're questioning it. Because you're comparing it to other people. I said, I'm going to follow this guy for 1 year because there was no way on my job I could get a $2,000 raise. And I didn't think that part-time, that would be too much to ask. I've always managed expectations. My first month I made $2,000. Okay? My first month I made $2,000. My goal didn't change to, I'm going to give this 4 years to create a multiple six-figure a year residual income. Okay? I've done way past that in 2.5 years. Well, what was my goal?
1 year.
1 year, 2000.
What was my second goal?
4 years.
4 years. I've only done it 2.5 years. I'm still in my junior year of college. Does that make sense? Nothing's changed. The play hasn't changed at all. I haven't gotten a degree yet. Does that make sense? You've got to approach this as a business, guys. Manage your expectations, but in the process, go challenge every single person you know. And be willing to be bad to get good to get great. And I will tell you this, it doesn't matter how good you are, someone's going to come better. Someone is going to run right by you. I'm telling you, it's going to happen to everybody. Every single person. Because the company is so documented now. Our co-founders are absolute geniuses. And everything is just clicking on all cylinders. And so, guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be magical. These last 8 days of this month, you need to push yourself in a way that you've never pushed yourself. If you're not director, you need to go director. Point blank. If you're not getting your product for free, you need to get it for free. If you're not getting your product for free, you need to get it for free. If you're not a director, you need to go director. If you are a director, right, or a regional director, then you need to go down in your report and help people that are not getting their product for free, that are not director. You've got to lose yourself in the success of other people. Do you know why Kevin is up here? Does anyone really know why?
Yeah, but
Right, but do you really know why?
No.
Because I asked Kevin, because Kevin actually called me 10 days ago and said, how can I help you? Where's the best 2 spots that I can help you? And I said, helping Pat's team and helping my team in Macon. And he said, I'll give you some dates when I can come. I mean, he called me to ask me how he could help me. Right? And so I called Pat. I said, Pat, Tuesday Kevin's going to be at your house. All right.
Back out. Come on.
Guys, what I'm telling you, you're a part of something special here. It wasn't because Kevin's going to get another promotion. It wasn't because of anything special. He just called me and said, how can I help you? And I'm telling you, it's that selflessness that makes him a legendary leader. But now it's, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to go director this month? If you're already a director, you're going to help someone else do it. right? Sykes has 2 promoters. He needs 1 more to go director. That's his promoter
Sykes,
calling
let's
right
go,
now.
baby.
So guys, listen, I'm going to tell you this and we're done. All out massive attack. No excuses. No excuses. I don't accept them because I don't make them. Right? I don't justify. I don't complain. I keep my mouth shut. I work hard. I'm going to try to help every single person win. We've got a big story right now with Pat going presidential director in 45 days. Well, that benefits Pat. No. No. That benefits you. That's the story you can lean on. The same way that Sandra was part of her sponsor going presidential director in 45 days. You don't think that story helped her go regional director in 22 days? Of course it did, because she could lean on that story. Does that make sense? When I had no success, whose story do you think I was telling? Kevin's. Do you think it made a difference that he was the 13th millionaire? What if he was the 13th presidential director? What would that mean? Nothing, right? What does that mean? All right? So, guys, you've got to get uncomfortable to create the whole story, because that's the story that you can leverage to go build your business. I'm telling you, you want to see this guy win, because for him to win, then guess what? There's got to be a regional right there.
Come on, right
There's
here.
got to be a regional right there, and there's got to be a regional right there.
Over there.
Right? There's got to be some directors right here. There's got to be a regional right here. Does that make sense? Listen, I'll call everybody out in here. There's got to be a regional director right here. Miss Henderson is a rising star.
Come on.
Woo! She got a shot at World Regional this month. Right? A good shot. So guys, that's the story. No one person wins in this. All right? I'm telling you, listen, something special is happening right now. Something special is happening in the company. Something special is happening in this organization. I truly believe God has his hand on the Merriweather family. I just truly believe that. And you can get rich off the exhaust. I remember saying that song earlier. I just wanted to stay close enough to that guy and get rich off the exhaust, right?
That's these crumbs, man.
That's it. And I'll leave a trail. All right? So,
I want to ask, does anyone have any questions? Because I know he gave a great job. Y'all give Justin.
Yes.